Namaste, everyone. Wishing you all a beautiful day. Today, I would like to share with you an exploration of discovering the pelvic floor and going into the pelvic floor and the groin area to find out if we can get some response from there and how it feels reaching into the pelvic floor. Join me first in the practice of centering. Let's begin in a seated position. You're sitting in a simple cross-leg seated position. And I'm sitting on a cushion. Feel free to sit slightly higher so that the knees are kept lower than your hips. And the way you bring yourself to a seated position in an embodied practice, it's essential that you're not trying to mold your body to be in a position, but rather inviting your body, although to be seated, but to have the quality of responding to gravity. So you're not forcing your body to remain still or to be fixed. Notice there might be a minimal amount of bodily shift. There could be a minimal amount of movement within the body space. And that movement could also come from that the breath is breathing the body, therefore, there's going to be movement within the body space. Those movements may not be so profound, but yet it is there in a very subtle way, subtle quality. And now from this body, begin to listen to the world around you. Notice what is the most furthest sound that you hear from your body space. Now notice what is the closest sound that you hear from your body space. And it could be multiple sounds. I invite you now to begin to feel the presence of your body in the space that you are in. And it could just be knowing through the presence of your body. Can you feel if there's anyone around or in the room, outside? You have your pets around. Can you sense now the presence of the furniture which is around your room space? Can you feel how far is the ceiling from your head? How far are the walls from your body? How far is the floor from your body? How far is the clothes that you are wearing? How far is it from your body? You might begin to notice that some of the clothes that you wear may be gripping your body, and some can just be hanging loose and slightly away from the body. Now I invite you to sense the presence of the physical body which is underneath the clothes. Sensing the presence of your legs, sense the presence of your hips, sense the presence of your spine, sense the presence of the abdominal area. Sense the presence of your chest, Sense the presence of your shoulders, your arms, sensing the presence of your thumb and all your fingers. Sensing the presence of your neck and your head. Now, begin to notice that your body is breathing. Where do you feel your body breathing? Is there any movement in that area in which you sense your body breathing? You're not creating the movement intentionally. Neither are you stopping the movement from happening. Begin to invite the who breaths. Breathing in through your nose, spouting your lips and breathing out through your mouth. One more cycle of the who breath. Here, I invite you to bring your palms now in prayer position. Chant the Pranava mantra Om and the Shanti mantra together. Breathe in, Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirghamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, if you feel like bowing down and offering salutations to that light within, rest your hands and humbly raise your head up and open your eyes. Now, I invite you into a standing position. Mindfully, you shift your body into different parts, into your limbs as you come up. I'm placing my knee pad to support my knees. And from there, I stand with my legs today slightly wider than my hips. And the toes are slightly turned out. It's as if that I'm going to invite myself into the goddess position. Not as yet. So from here, arms are dangling from the shoulder joint. Take a few whole breaths and just meeting the standing body. Once again, the Tadasana here with a wide base. You're not fixing or molding the body to meet a particular way of standing. Let the body just stand the way it is meant to stand when the base is wider. And now slowly begin to shift the body weight forward and back. As you breathe in, and as you breathe out, slowly shifting the body weight forward into the toes and back into the heels gently. And as you shift your body weight forward and back, invite the whole breaths to breathe. One more cycle. Now shift your body weight from side to side, and that might invite you to bend your knees slightly as you shift the body weight from side to side. You're loading one leg, the other becomes light, and then you're pushing and shifting the weight to the opposite side. Allow your spine, your shoulders, and your head to respond to this movement. Along with your whole breaths, one more cycle. Then we come to a fair amount of stillness. From here, if your eyes are closed, we open the eyes. Begin with the arm pattern. Let's raise the arms forward over your head And turn the palms out to the sides and down. Along with your breath, you're synchronizing. One more cycle. This time, allow your arms to rest on either sides. We invite the hip into a posterior pelvic tilt. Nod your head down. Breathe into the back of your neck. And as you breathe out, invite the upper back to round and take a little pause there. Breathing into your upper back. And notice how your body is responding to this position. Next exhalation, we are rounding now into the mid back. What sensations are you feeling? You're rounding a little bit more into the lower back. What sensations are you feeling? To round into your lower back. And slowly now, I invite you to shift the body weight as if like a rocking chair. Rock the body weight forward and back slightly. And the next time you shift the body weight to your heels, connect the pubis to your navel. Feel, and then slowly begin to uncurl, rising through the feeling of a rising spine. Breathe with your eyes. We invite the dynamic pendulum, just the arms alone. Raise your shoulders up. We drop, we bounce, we lift. We drop, cross the arms in front alternately. One more cycle. And then open the arms out to the sides. Now lean slightly forward, hinging at the hip. Then bend the knees coming down into the goddess position. So you're leaning forward. The upper body seems like your chair pose, slightly leaning forward. And then you cross the arms in front. Let's come up. Let's try that again. Open the arms out to the sides, leaning forward. Going into the groins, cross the arms, and it's coming up. Let's try with the pendulum this time. So you go drop, bounce, and lift. Drop, bounce, and lift. Taking your hips back intentionally. So you're not pushing the hip forward. One more cycle. Raise your shoulders up and breathe out. We bring the arms down. Second ragdoll, posteriorly tilts the pelvis. Nod your head down. Breathe into the back of your neck. And as you breathe out, you round your upper back. Mid back. your lower back. And like the pubis to the navel, it gradually rises. Tune into your body. The dynamic pendulum. Let's breathe in, raise your shoulders up, go drop, hands, and lift. Continue. And make sure it's very important for you to hinge the hips, lean forward slightly. One more cycle. And this time, let's raise the heels up. Staying there a little, you're going to feel a little tremor. The body shakes, and that's fine. Slowly coming down, bring the heels down and down into the goddess pose. And then cross the arms in front and come see if you can go slightly deeper into your malasana. Crossing the arms, lift out of the hips. Heels up again. Going into the goddess and maybe further down into the groins. Cross the arms, lean slightly forward. Oh, floating your heels. One more cycle. Cross. And lift. Breathe out. Take the arms out to the side. This time let's go into a side bend without flexing the knees. You go into a side bend to your right side. Lift the left hand up to invite your body to come out of the side bend and now side bend to the opposite side. My knees are fairly extended out of the goddess into fairly a standing position. Now going back to the right side bend. Getting some response from my side body. And this time I'm going to include my hips. So I'm going to push my hips slightly to the left as I side bend to the right. And I come back. I'm going to push my hip to the right and I side bend to the left. Continue from side to side, slowly pushing and shifting the weight to the left side as I side bend to the right. And when you side bend to the left, push the hip to the right, like you're doing a reverse warrior. Coming back to the center, bring the arms down, cross the arms, raise the heels up, two pendulums, bounce, bounce, lift. Is there any difference in the way that you bounce now? I feel some amount of freshness in my knees and ankles. One more, and we stay up. Breathe out, bring your arms out to the sides. Going fully down if your body permits. Shift the body weight into your hands, and then step the legs back into an inverted V, the downward facing dog. Lightly spreading your fingers, so not too tight, not too loose, somewhere in between. And then pushing your shoulders slightly towards the ears to raise the hips up. Release the back of your head down.
Observe how it feels to meet the downward dog and what is the quality of your mind in this downward dog. Raise your heels up, round now the lower back, the mid back and the upper back, the high plank. Then bring the knees down, 4-point kneeling, point your toes back to Balasana. From Balasana, press your shin bones, raise your hips, come up, rounding your back. And then raise your sitting bones up and extend your spine. The galloping cow. Back to Balasana. Feel free to shift. You want to slide your hands forward slightly, feel free to adjust. From Balasana to cat. From cat to galloping cow. One more cycle of this wave-like movement. We stay in the cat pose. And we shift now the weight of your body towards the left leg. Good. And turn the right leg in. So you're turning the right leg in. So you're taking the right leg out, the right thigh turns in, and then you turn the knee out. So you have this 90-90 position here, right? And from there, move your hip forward and backward. Lightly shifting the body weight into the hips and into your palms. Now, shift the weight to the right side and then to your left. Pushing the hip to the right slightly and then left. One more cycle. And this time when I move my hip to the right, I stay there and then move my hip back, then to the left, forward. So it's a circular movement to the right, back, left, and forward. They're very gentle, soft, and circular movements. And as your hip moves in a circular movement, allow your spine to respond. So you're not freezing your spine, but allow the spine to become soft and like a river flowing. I also mean the neck and the head. One more cycle in the similar direction. And this time, let's move to your left, the opposite direction. The same leg is out, just moving in the opposite direction, a circular movement. One more cycle in the similar direction. I'm going to pause just over the left knee. And from there, take my hips back. Maybe the arms are light. Let's raise your arms up. And then open the arms out to the sides. Just do the arm pattern, whereas a pendulum, you drop the left arm to the right and then back and come to a side bend. When I come to the side bend, I bring my right hand down. Continue. Pendulum and side bend. Pendulum, side bend. Let's try that. One more pendulum, side bend. And now just the hip alone. Move the hip to the right and out. To the right, into the groin and out. One more. Let's marry both the movement, which is pendulum, hip, side bend. Pendulum, the hip moves along with the pendulum and a side bend. Soft and gentle. One more cycle. And this time we stay in that side bend. Whole breathe. Take a few whole breaths. And from that, rotate the chest down. And then sweep your hand from right to the left. And then slowly come up. Let's try that again. Side bend. Rotation, sweep from right to the front and then to the left and come up. This time we're going to side bend, rotate, and then sweep to the front of the mat, shift the weight into the hands, lift up. Now notice, look back at your toes, your feet. Are you fairly on the mount of your toes? Turn the toes and walk your hands somewhere in the center. You might come to a Parshvotana, Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide and where the legs are kept wide. Release the back of the head down. From there, slowly walk your hands back to the front of the mat, the top of the mat. Lift the heels up and come back. Lift the right heel up, turn the right knee in, turn it back, and from there, coming into high plank to downward dog. Let's stay in the downward dog for a while. Take a few whole breaths in your downward dog. Raise your heels up this time, double bend the knees, flex, flex, and softly extend. Allow your neck and your head to respond. Like as if you're shaking a tree which has fruits in it, and your head is the fruit. One more. And from there, step your legs forward as wide as your hips. Release your arms down and the head down. Full breathe. Connect the pubis to your navel. Gradually unroll the spine to come up. Little. Just noticing if there's any difference in between the right side of the groin and the left side of the groin. Just noticing. Let's widen the stance, slightly wider than the hip. The toes are turned out, inviting the base to be wider. Raise your arms up, pendulum, drop, palms, lift. Two more. This is one. And the last one. Raise your heels up. And then slowly bringing the heels down and leaning forward, sinking into the hips. Cross the arms in the front. Look down. Press the heels to come up. Breathe out. One more. Down. Into the groin. Cross the arms. Lift. Last one. Cross the arms, we come down. Shift the weight into your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Push your hands lightly away from the legs. Release the back of the head down. Who breathe. Raise your heels up. Now the weight round your upper back, the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back. You have the shoulders over the wrist. Bring the knees down. Point your toes back. Invite Balasana. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise your hips up. Angry cat. Lift the sitting bones up. And from there, feel transmission of energy into the spine and neck. Push the hips back to Balasana. To angry cat. And galloping cow. Continue. This movement in your own pace. Last cycle. The next cycle, we pause in the cat. And now we're turning the left thigh in. That means the left leg goes out. Pivot and turn the left leg out. Now move the hip forward and back in your own pace, but in a pace that you can feel what's happening. One more cycle of moving forward and back very gently. And now let's move to the left hip, to the left side, and then to the right, from side to side. As you move from side to side, notice how the hip is moving and notice the direction of the spine. If your hip goes to the left, the spine might go to the right. If your hip goes to the right, the spine goes to the left. That's the wisdom of the body. Now, in a circular movement, let's move the hip to the left and then back to the right and forward. Very gentle circular movement. And when the weight goes back, allow the arms to soften a little. circular movement. One more cycle in the similar direction. And I invite you now to go into the opposite direction. Again, notice the hip, the spine, and the neck. They all respond to each other. Try not to hold your head in one position. Allow the entire body to respond. One more cycle, circular, back to the center. Move the hip back. Your arms are light. Let's raise the arms up, coming out of your hands. Open your hands out to the side. Now, just the pendulum movement. The right hand swings like a pendulum, and then you go into a side bend. Swing the right hand like a pendulum to the left side, and then into a side bend. Let's try that. Swing and side. One more side. Now let's go into the hip movement. Move the hip to the left and out. Left and out. One more cycle. Let's put both the movements together. Arms in the level of your shoulders. Let's go. Drop, pendulum, side bend. Drop, pendulum, side bend. Opening into the groin, out of the groin. Very lightly. Something doesn't feel right, feel free to adjust the position, widen the stance, or even shorten the stance. One more cycle. We stay in your side bend. Come into a rotation and then sweep the hands to the front of the mat, out to the side, and come over your head. Notice how your hip is responding. Side bend, the hip goes to the right, and then you sweep to the front, the hip goes back. You sweep to the right, the hip goes to the left. One more circular movement. Sweep, and you come up. This time we're going to come out of the knee. So you sweep to the front of the mat, shift the weight, lift, turn your toes to face your hands, walk your hands on the sides of the mat. So your legs are in Prasarita Pada Uttanasana, in a wider position. Lightly push your hands into the groins and release the back of your head down. Breathe. Here, let's raise the heels up. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Bring the right knee down. Turn the left leg out. Then turn it in by lifting the heels and then back. From your cat, high plank, downward dog. Stay here for a while, a few more breaths. Release the back of your head down. Raise your heels up. Double knee flexion and a soft extension. Double knee flexion and a soft extension. One more cycle. And from here, let's step your legs forward as wide as your hips. Release the back of your head down. Your shoulders, you can shake your shoulders a little bit. And breathe. Connect the pubis to your navel as we unroll, roll the spine. Breathe. Let's do a few explorations here. Just coming to the widest stance with the leg, like we did the goddess. You might require a block, so have a block by your side, just in case. And then keeping your feet slightly wider than the hip. Let's raise your heels up, come. The floating position, dynamic pendulum, drop, bounce, and lift. Into the groin. One more. And then raise your heels up. Breathe out. We're going to come down all the way into your goddess. From the goddess, go deeper into the groin. Cross the arms, release the head, press the heels, come out. Also strengthening the groin back into elasticity. Lean forward. One more. And lift. And coming into the hips, lean forward into the groin. Right. Now from here, your arms can be crossed or clasped, which is slowly moving from side to side. Into the hip, side to side. Allow your spine to be soft. Allow your head to be soft. Let the heels lift up slightly. Release the back of your head down. Shift the weight into the hands. Lift up. Release the back of your head down. Ragdoll. Connect the pubis to the navel and slowly coming up. Two pendulums and we shift the weight to one side, right? So raise the heels up, go two pendulums, drop, bounce, lift. One more pendulum. And from there, slowly you come down into the goddess. From the goddess, shift the weight to the right leg. And then turn your chest down. If you have a block, pick up a block, place it in line with the right foot. Bend the left knee and bring it towards the right knee. So you're trying to shrink everything to be in between the right palm and the right leg. So the center of gravity. From there, slowly now, like petals of a flower, responding to the heat of the sunlight, you're opening into Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the knee down, back again. Tighten in the front and then slowly opening. One more. And bring the left leg down. Slowly coming up. Dynamic pendulum, drop, bounce, lift, one more. Lift, lean forward, take the hips back, and shift the body weight to the left leg, pick up the back leg. Now bend the right knee towards the left knee. Draw everything or draw all your limbs to the navel. And from there, slowly begin to expand. Once again, draw everything into the navel and expand. One more. Bringing the right leg down, coming back up. Out of the hips. Release your hands down. Let's take a little pause here. We'll breathe. Invite the ragdoll, posterior tilt, nod your head down. Slowly coming down little by little. Bend your knees, coming into wide malasana. From there, shift the weight into your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Notice what kind of quality of downward dog you have. Bring you inwards. Help you to feel the presence of your body. Then bring the shoulders over the wrist. Bring your knees down one at a time. Walk your hands back. Coming to Vajrasana. Breathe. Observe how it feels to receive your own presence. Eyes. We do a recovery, a few recovery, maybe 2 recovery patterns, and then we rest your legs on a chair or sofa. It's my favorite part. And if you have a lot of light stimulating your eyes, yeah, less the light's better. Then coming down, holding the back of your thighs around your back as you come down. We're doing a few cycles of the windshield wiper, but with the legs crossed on top. So the arms in line with your shoulder. Let's raise your right leg up. Bend your right knee and externally rotate the right leg. So I had my right ankle resting on the left knee, femur side of the knee. And from there, I bring my legs to the right, and I bring my head to the left. Stay there for a while. Notice how your body is responding to this position. Back to the center. And bring your legs to the left side and turn your head to the right. Try to see if you can keep the right leg slightly away from your torso so it's not falling towards your chest, but slightly away. How is your body responding? How, in terms of, we're not looking for a word, but I'm just encouraging you to notice what's happening at the level of your body. And coming back to the center. Now moving from side to side gently. No quality of rushing, it's a quality of slowing down. One more cycle of the recovery. Back to the center. Raise your right leg up. Give it a little shake. And release the right leg down and extend the left leg. Just stay there for a while. Just notice what is that. Any difference between the right and the left. Mm. Bring your knees. Raise your left leg up. Bend your knees and then externally rotate the left leg. Now turn your head to the right side and then bring the legs to the left. Stay there for a while. Full breaths. To the center, to your opposite side. Stay there for a while. Now moving from side to side. One more cycle. And back to the center. Raise your left leg up and give it a light shake. And release. And last recovery, walk your heels towards your sitting bones. Posteriorly tilt the pelvis. Slowly peel the spine off the floor. Raise your arms up. Bring the arms by the side of your ears and rest. Coming down from your upper back. Coming down from the mid back. And then the lower back. Arms in line with the shoulder. Shall we try this one more cycle? Peeling the spine off the floor little by little. Raise your arms up and then bring the arms to rest on either sides of your ears. Down and meet the floor. Now invite our bodies to a much restful position. I'm rolling to my side and then my bum's close to the sofa. You can use your chair. Resting your legs on the chair. Now, if there's anything tight in your body that you're wearing, try to loosen it. If you're wearing your glasses, remove your glasses. And meet your body where it is. And, and notice the inner silence of the body. You feel like staying a little longer in Shavasana. Please continue. Right, if you want to join me, moving your hips very lightly. Any part of your body, even touching your body, even stretching your limbs away from each other. Bend your knees, roll to your preferred side. Use your hands to resist the floor. Gently come to a seated body. Trying to connect again by noticing the quality of the mind, if it's reflecting the etheric body, body of space, which has no name and form or attribute. It's just space. Arms in Anjali. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all for joining this class and wishing you all well in your body. And for those who are celebrating Holi, if you're in India, happy Holi to you. And see you all next week. Om.